In Season 5 of The Sopranos, fresh faces arrive as several veteran gangsters are released after lengthy prison sentences. This influx of old-timers brings rising tension within the Soprano crew, especially with the reappearance of Feech LaManna, a respected old-school mobster who once held a high rank when Tony Soprano was just beginning his own journey in the family. Tony and Feech share a charged history. As young men, Tony and his friend Jackie Aprile infamously robbed one of Feech's high-stakes card games. Furious and eager to punish Tony, Feech was restrained only by Tony's father, Boy Soprano, a revered figure in their world. After several tense sit-downs, Feech reluctantly accepted a repayment, and the incident ultimately accelerated Tony's rise within the family. Now, years later, simmering tension lingers between Tony and Feech. Feech often reminisces about the good old days in ways that subtly undermine Tony's authority, leaving Tony increasingly aggravated. This quiet rivalry comes to a head when Feech organizes a major car theft operation targeting one of Tony's associates, leaving Tony humiliated. To make matters worse, Feech coordinated this heist with Johnny Sack, an underboss from New York, without consulting Tony. In a climactic confrontation, Tony demands an explanation, and Feech's temper flares before he eventually backs down in the face of Tony's outrage. Afterward, Tony consults with his trusted advisor, Silvio, and they conclude that Feech's actions and rising influence could threaten Tony's position. However, Tony, despite his anger, holds a certain fondness for Feech and decides to avoid bloodshed. Instead, he arranges for a parole officer, sympathetic to the Soprano family, to make an unexpected visit to Feech's property. Before this, Tony has Christopher lure Feech into allowing them to stash a shipment of stolen TVs at his place. When the parole officer arrives, Feech is caught off guard and apprehended for violating his parole, resulting in his return to prison, likely for the rest of his life. This episode is one of the few times Tony shows mercy toward a rival mobster, choosing strategy over violence to protect both Feech and the family's stability.